Okay, so we are going to add the finishing touches today, and I already have some of these leaves cut out, so I'm going to glue them on. So I like to have some of my leaves kind of tucked behind, if you can still get any in there. And you want to remember, hold these down for a good 30 seconds so they completely stick to your paper. What I'm noticing is some people, I feel like, are rushing and they're trying to glue really fast, and then they're forgetting to hold down the paper. And then what's happening is the edges are kind of folding up and things are kind of falling apart. So please make sure you are holding them down after you glue them so that they really stick. And you don't need a lot of glue. And that could be part of the problem too. People are using too much glue. So I like to just hold things down. Like I said, 30 seconds should do it. If you use too much glue, you're gonna probably have to hold them for maybe a couple minutes for it to stick, because they take a lot longer to dry. But you wanna make sure it's nice and flat. And I feel like I need one more right in there. So I'm gonna cut this out, and I'm going straight to my paper. If you wanna draw it out first, by all means, draw it out first. And that should do it for me. Yeah, so I have definitely more than the 7 initial leaves I had suggested. 7's fine, but I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So I have obviously lots of leaves, but it's a forest, so it should be really full. So this part is done right now. We just need to add the eggs. I have about 4 eggs I'm gonna add to mine. If you wanna fit 5 in there, that should work too. But you're gonna get your speckled paper back, and you're gonna get this egg shape. So there's gonna be multiple egg shapes. And I'm gonna start off with the 4. I like to kind of pick the area. So I kind of pick where I think's the best speckled area. And then you're gonna find a black oil pastel, which I had one, there it is. And you're not gonna trace the whole thing or it's gonna be too dark. So you wanna kind of go up the side and at the bottom, up the side and the bottom, so like a little swish. And then you'll smudge from the outside in. And you can kind of blend it a little bit. So the outside in, so you're getting some gray in here. This is gonna give it a really cool shadow effect. And then you'll start cutting them out. So just cut on your pencil line. If you're not exactly on the pencil line, that's fine, as long as you're close. So there's 1 egg. I already am loving the way it's looking. There's my 2nd egg. And this will also make it nice because it will show what me and whoever else is looking at it, what side is down, okay? So the bottom. So whatever has a shadow is gonna be at the bottom or underside. So that will help you when you're putting everything in, and make sure you're obviously being very careful. That's 2. These extra pieces I might cut off just so they're not in my way. Let's see, so this is my 4th and final piece, but I might add more. Look at them, they almost look 3D. So then you're gonna place them in your little area. I feel like I wanna have 5, but this will be fine. So I can kind of overlap them a little bit. I might have a 5th one in there. I feel like I want 5. I think that's a nice off number. But then you're gonna put your dot of glue. You can have 2 dots or a small little circle. We're still, even with the instructions, we're still using a lot of glue, some of us. So make sure you don't have a ton of glue on there. And then you're gonna hold it down, and then you're gonna do that the rest. And then make sure you're holding them down for a good 30 seconds so that dries and it lays nice and flat. And at this time, I would look around. Do you have some pieces that are kind of sticking up that need to be glued down? Anything like that, you wanna do that now while we have today to finish things up. And then these will go on the drying rack. So here's your little collage with your nest and your eggs, and I hope you enjoyed.